The Los Angeles Rams just got a major boost on both sides of the ball, and the timing could not be better. Between the return of a familiar defensive back, a new tight end signing that adds needed depth, and encouraging news on Tutu Atwell, the momentum in Los Angeles is shifting at exactly the right moment. If you're watching the Rams closely as they push deeper into the season, these developments are absolutely worth your attention. Welcome back, everyone. Today we're diving into 3 major storylines that are shaping the current outlook for the Rams. First, the team has officially brought back former Ram Derion Kendrick, a move that surprised many but makes perfect sense given recent injuries. Second, the Rams have added another tight end to support the offense, and we'll get into why that signing could matter more than people think. And finally, there's a fresh and exciting update on Tutu Atwell that fans have been waiting weeks to hear. Let's unpack the full picture and explore what these changes mean moving forward. Let's begin with the big defensive development. The Rams have reclaimed Derion Kendrick. His departure earlier this season raised eyebrows, and now his return is stirring even more discussion. While his stint away from Los Angeles was short, the Rams wasted no time bringing him back once the opportunity opened. The reasoning behind this timing becomes clear when you consider the team's recent injuries, especially at cornerback. With Roger McCreary landing on injured reserve, the Rams suddenly found themselves thin in an area where depth is everything. As the defense faces offenses that are attacking more aggressively downfield, having reliable cornerback depth can make the difference between a win and a late-game collapse. Kendrick's familiarity with the Rams system adds instant value. He already knows the terminology, the expectations, the communication patterns, and the way their defensive schemes adjust depending on coverage responsibilities. While he may not step in as a full-time starter right away, he gives the Rams a ready-to-play option who can slide into the rotation without needing a learning period. That continuity matters as the season tightens and every snap grows more meaningful. Beyond experience, Kendrick also brings a level of physicality and confidence that the Rams have always appreciated. Even during his earlier tenure in Los Angeles, he showed flashes of becoming a dependable boundary corner. The Rams coaching staff has always believed he had more room to develop, and his return presents a second chance for both him and the team to capitalize on that potential. With a fresh opportunity, Kendrick could become an underrated asset during the final stretch of the season. Shifting to offense, the Rams have also added a new tight end to strengthen their depth chart. Even though this particular signing did not make national headlines, it actually carries important implications for how Sean McVay and the coaching staff plan to balance the offense. Tight ends in McVay's system are more than occasional pass catchers. They're critical in zone schemes, edge blocking, bootlegs, and helping Matthew Stafford stay upright. With injuries and inconsistency affecting the tight end room throughout the year, the Rams needed another reliable body who can handle dual responsibilities as both a blocker and a situational receiving option. The new addition gives the Rams flexibility when rotating personnel packages. It helps them disguise play calls more effectively and sustain longer drives by keeping defenses guessing. In a league where defensive coordinators study every tendency on film, adding a new, versatile tight end creates fresh looks that can keep opponents from selling out against the run or anticipating play action. This kind of move may not trend on social media, but it is exactly the type of roster decision that pays off in tough, physical matchups. Now, let's get to the update fans have been waiting for. Tutu Atwell is getting close to returning, and all signs point toward him being available very soon. After dealing with a hamstring issue that sidelined him for weeks, Atwell's recovery has progressed quickly enough for the team to give him the green light to return to practice. When asked about the timeline, Sean McVay expressed optimism that Atwell will be back in game action sooner rather than later. That is great news, considering how much explosiveness the Rams have missed without him. Atwell is not just a fast player, he changes the geometry of the field. His presence forces defenses to stretch vertically, opening opportunities underneath for other playmakers. When he's on the field, safeties have to keep more depth, and defensive coordinators have to account for the possibility of a deep shot on any play. His 88-yard touchdown earlier this season is a perfect example of the instant impact he can deliver, and the Rams could use that spark again as they continue to fight for position in a competitive conference. There is another important point to consider. Atwell signed a fully guaranteed one-year deal worth significant money because the Rams truly believe in his value. They invested in him not just for highlight reel plays, but for the way he opens up the entire offense. Getting him back now provides Matthew Stafford with a dynamic weapon at a crucial point in the season, especially as defensive strategies tighten in the later months. Taken together, these three roster moves tell a clear story. The Rams are preparing for a serious push. Adding Derion Kendrick gives the secondary a much-needed boost in versatility and depth. Bringing in a new tight end helps stabilize the offensive structure and gives Stafford more support. And the return of Tutu Atwell promises a fresh wave of speed, creativity, and explosive potential that can change games. Los Angeles is not simply reacting to injuries. They are building momentum and recalibrating the roster for maximum effectiveness. As the schedule intensifies and playoff implications grow heavier, these changes can give the Rams the edge they need to close strong. If you enjoyed this deep dive update and want more breakdowns on Rams news, roster moves, and weekly analysis, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.